Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. You're watching Wargaming TV slash and plays live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. I'm gonna keep down my amulet. Alright, let's go. Let's continue with our Kingdom Come this thing. So just now okay, I remember what we did just now. If you know what we did, make sure to leave a comment and tell me what we did. Lady Stephanie. We did her basically. And oh, I have to talk to Lord Devish. You naughty motherfucker. You are here just for the lady, aren't you? Weren't you? Let's also go do the needful of, after doing all the work we did, let's also, man, I was not in the mood to talk such stuff right now, to be honest. But fine, I guess I should be true to my emotions. I mean, not the one which I was talking about in the game. Oh no. Anyways, let's just play. Sir Devish.
The source of the problem was inside the monastery. There was nothing more to it.
And the
Look how he's smiling.
We'll continue. The master builder's helper was to blame for everything. With him out of the way, the work will run smoothly again.
That's good. You've accomplished your task admirably, Henry, and I should reward you for it.
Thank you, Sir Divish.
Yay! Pocket money. What did we get? What? Origin of the fault is known. Well, fine, I guess. What did he reward me? He didn't tell me. He's gonna reward me later, so it's gonna be something big. Maybe he'll put a good word for us. We got the reward actually. We already got the reward. It's sitting right there. I'm sorry, guys. Actually, I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. The reward is sitting right there. We did her. She was good. She's good at her skills. Oral and practical skills. I'm being too corny right now. What do you call this? You call this corny, right? Okay, let's focus on. And that Reiki stuff, I'm too fed up of that. I'm not gonna do that. Reiki. Reiki because he reeks of tannery. What kind of fucking name is that? Oh man. This is all forest. What's the time right now? It's half, okay. We can actually fast travel. I'll have to go save this first. Forgot to save this. Queen. That was Sir Divish. What's her wife? What's his wife's name? Queen something? Lady Stephanie, do you want... Oh, did her clothes change or something? Quickly. Lady Stephanie, do you wanna save with me? You know, a quickie? No. I'm being silly. Man, I don't like to wear these headphones because I feel I'm gonna go bald if I keep wearing them. They put this weight on my head, you know, my hair. Doggy, have some food. Here's your reward. There's no reward for you. Sorry. Where's my horse? Horsey. Let's go. Fast travel. That's my dog. That's my dog. I was thinking maybe, you know, maybe if we find treasures of skeletons. Is how that pair is getting on. A bird in the hand. No. Okay, so you mean wait, we didn't do Beggar's Feast? That is so shameful. We didn't complete Beggar's Feast. Take as thieves. Oh wow, I can do that. Steal 5 Waffen rocks from Talenberg Armory. Oh, that's something. But my horse already has some weight on him, right? Yeah, I don't think he can carry more. Let's unrest. Uh, what's a Waffen rock? I don't understand. Can someone explain to me? Is it above me? Because I've already stolen from that. I hope nobody's here. Where does this go? Interesting. I can sleep and save on this. Wow. How was that hard? Is it this thing? Is that it? What the fuck are you doing? What's a Waffen rock? I don't get it. Earth. What's the fucking Waffenrock? Ah. I think it's supposed to be some kind of armor. There's a soldier. I think it does mean those. Oh, now we are here. Quick is very hard. Oh, there is a Waffenrock. Wow. Put the shield back. Cool. What, you idiot? I forgot to save. God damn it.
Yeah.
Is there a lodging here?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
God grant you. For how long?
Just the.
Nope.
Here you go.
Two groschen.
You've got it.
Where do
In the loft. There's a door next to the chicken coop. Inside, there's a ladder up to the loft. You'll find it all set up. Goodbye.
Loft. I don't see anything. I think it's this one. He's a tanner, okay. I don't want any tanning missions. Hunting missions. No, thank you. We are actually going back to Tallenberg. That is so special. Actually going back to Tallenberg.
Yeah.
We'll ride out from here to our hometown. Switch off the torch. I don't know if I don't know if it even is safe or not. That's not Talenberg. No, sorry. What was our village's name? Wow, I forgot. Skalitz. I could have never guessed that. I mean, not guessed that, remember that. It's been a long time since we have been here. Oh dear God, I don't want to remember all of this stuff. Sheesh, to just come here, it's really something. God, it is burnt. At least Teresa survived from that incident, Skalitz incident. Teresa. Nobody came to, like, you know. What are those? What's that? Ooh.
Well, I never. What's the matter? Come here.
Who are those? I should have saved it. Anyway, I understand, like, it's not safe to go there right now. So I'll not go there right now. Lesson learned. Oh, that's the sun. Huh. Oh, are those stars? Okay. It's not sun. Awful noise, undoubtedly. Get out. Run. I mean, how hard these people chase us. What are those? Okay. Fine, like I don't wanna stay here. Hmm. Hmm. Ah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And this horse is so. Wait.
Yeah.
God be with you.
I've done as you asked.
Excellent, Henry. I look forward to the latest news from Talmberg. I hope.
Have you got any more jobs?
Of course, you're just in time. I could do with a horse, and since I'm setting the task, I'll go further.
No, that's no mean feat you're asking.
As well I know.
I'll steal that horse for you.
Don't worry. But you'd best not come. Goodbye.
I'd like you.
Certainly.
I'm interested in.
All right.
Isn't that? Sup?
You won't Agreed.
Cute donkey.
Good morning. For how long?
Just
Sure.
who you are.
You've got it all. God bless.
Where do I?
That's easy. As soon as you go indoors, at the end of the room on the left, there's a door leading to the chamber. Take care.
Surprise myself. But I wasn't sure.
हम्म. ऐक तिकडे जा बरं तू तिकडे जा तू
I'd like a beer.
Matthew, what's up?
Greetings, Henry. Are you happy here?
It's not worth a damn. If I had any choice, you wouldn't see my heels for dust.
Well, what's happened? Did you two get yourselves into trouble?
A fine friend you are, assuming it's our own bloody fault.
Oh, come on. You know what you two are like. I had to ask.
Well, perhaps with that mug. But now, the foreman's got it in for us. If he could, he'd skin us alive.
Always forcing you to...
If only. That wouldn't be so awful. But nothing we do is good enough for him. There's always some reason for him to yell at us.
I can imagine.
You know what it's like. We do too little, and it takes us too long, and what we eat's worth more than the work we've done, and it's no fun listening to that sort of shit day after day.
And the miller won't stick up for you. I would have thought all the yelling would drive him mad.
Not really. He trusts that loudmouth bastard more than us. He's got us down for a pair of parasites.
I see.
What's so stupid is the mill really needs us. They haven't had any hands here for quite a while, and the mill needs a lot of fixing. But with them around, we can't even get to work.
And you definitely don't...
I've already told you once, he's an arsehole. I'd say there's nothing we can do about it. If he wants to yell at us...
Have you tried talking with him?
What do you think? But that just sets him off. He starts saying we're practically bandits, and what he's going to do about it. That gets Fritz going, and he starts yelling too, and...
I'd never have guessed he's like that.
Well, get a job here as a hand, and you'll soon see.
And what does he do during the day? Does he work with you?
Good one. He keeps his eye on everything, but his hand only touches the saw when the miller shows up, which isn't that surprising.
Why?
The last time he did anything, he almost took his thumb off with a chisel. I wouldn't put an axe in those paws of his either.
So, he's clumsy and arrogant. That's what you said about your last master, that Nimoy.
Aye, but at least you could sneak away from old Nimoy for a bit. No chance of that around here.
And what do you want to do about it? Just run away?
Actually, I'd like to stay here, at least for a bit. I never would have thought I'd like working in a mill, but not with him around. It's unbearable, and there's no one I can complain to. But you could.
Me? Do you think they'll listen to me?
They did once already, didn't they? They hired us because of you. You could have another word with them.
Back then, making promises was enough. Now, it will be worse.
You can forget about the miller. It's Thomas you need to convince. The miller takes his opinion seriously. So, will you do it for us? Again?
Fine. I'll try and talk to him.
I'm glad. But try not to get on his wrong side. You won't get anywhere with him then.
I'll keep that in mind. I'd like you to teach...
Certainly.
I'd like to hope...
First you have to have some...
Well,
See you later.
Glad to...
Matthew told me your foreman's a fool, and you're not exactly filled with Christian love for him.
You better believe it. I'd like to pay him back for everything and drown him in the river.
Drown him? What's he done to you?
It was the first or the second day here. We had a disagreement and I told him off. And then, all of a sudden...
Well, how did you get out? I thought...
I can't. They pulled me out. I was up to my waist in water.
I see. Well, I'd be pretty fucking angry too.
Exactly. I don't give a shit about anything around.
What about the others at the...
The miller's an old fool. He believes every word that comes out of Thomas's mouth. It's hopeless. And then there's the miller's daughter. She's a pretty lass, and kind with it. And what can she do? Nothing. Not that it stops Matthew gonna see her. But Thomas is the root of the problem.
Do you think he's jealous? Is she a sweetheart?
He might make puppy dog eyes at her, but most of the time he just struts about like a peacock. I really don't think she's the problem.
And what do you want to do about it?
No fucking chance. Matthew hopes so because he likes it here. It's true the work's bad,
So how do you plan on dealing with it?
perhaps. But first, I want to give Thomas a...
And you think that will help?
Maybe. Maybe it'll knock some sense into that fat head of his.
That...
So why don't you arrange a fight with him? If we...
What?
We could lure him off someplace far away and then wait for him. Maybe to play dice with Lawrence. He would have to go through the dark woods.
I'll think about it. I want to get...
Certainly.
I'm interested...
All right.
An 80, come on.
Isn't that quite a... Is this...
You won't... Agreed.
You level it now.
You incapable cretins.
He's complaining. Where did the last go? Miller, what's up?
I hope
Are you happy?
They're good carpenters, but someone constantly has to stand behind their...
Really?
Yes. When I'm there with them, everything goes smooth. But the moment
I've heard.
I don't know what I'd do without Thomas. He keeps an eye on it.
But Thomas has
You're right. You should hear him cursing when he has to turn his hand...
But just because of that?
Nah. He's not too skilled at handling the water wheel and the mill run either. He can wield a shovel well enough, but otherwise I have to keep telling him how to...
So he's not been foreman too long?
No. My son used to run the mill, but then his wagoner returned with him inside it. It'll be a year ago now, come spring.
Oh no.
Me too, boy. And after Martin was gone, the other workers left and only Thomas stayed. I don't know what I'd do without him.
What happened that day?
He was transporting new stone blocks for the mill and he had to take a detour. Since the wagon... It was after a downpour. The load must have slipped and the whole wagon fell on him. I pray it was quick.
So he was alone, with no one to help him.
Of course not. Thomas was there too. He helped Martin to load the wagon in Sassa, and both of them set off back.
Oh shit, that is
Just the
suspicious.
two of them. No one else was there.
No, they always did it that way. Martin didn't like dragging people where it wasn't necessary, when they could be doing work elsewhere. But if I had been there with them, maybe he'd still be alive. Thomas couldn't pull the wagon off him. He ran for help, but it was already too late.
I'm sorry. But I'm sure he's in God's kingdom now.
He was a good boy, a kind soul.
Have you been without carpenters for a while?
A long time. Since winter, it's been just...
Nobody stays around.
No. These days, it's hard to find a man you can rely on. Young lads today are bone idle. None of them wants to do an honest day's work.
And how many have actually worked here?
About half a dozen, maybe more. We always put up with them till the most urgent work was done, then sent them packing.
And what about Jane? Shouldn't she...
What are you trying to say?
A pretty girl like her is ripe for marriage.
With a large dowry because she comes from a mill? Well, she had herself a man once, but he ran away during the...
And how long did he last?
You know, he was here for a while. But back then my son was a foreman and he was a kindly soul. Too kind. He never...
So everyone started leaving when Tom...
Well, Thomas is a dog on slackers. And just as well. Maybe it's harsh, but that's what you need nowadays. If we don't mill, folk don't eat.
So the moment Thomas became mill foreman, everyone started running off. Not one man could stand it here, even if they had a chance to marry Jane. Don't you think Thomas might be doing it on purpose? Sounds to me like he's after the mill, or your daughter, or both.
That's not like him. He's a good man and straightforward. He knows I can always send for a new mill foreman.
And Jane,
Don't worry about her. She'll wed whoever I approve of, even Thomas if he asks for her hand. At least with him, I know he won't leave the mill.
indeed, why would he once he's got rid of everyone else?
That's enough. I don't know why you're trying to slander Thomas, but I don't mean to listen to it any longer. Farewell.
I heard what you asked my father. You can't expect help from him. He's none too sharp these days.
Don't stick your nose. Wench. Don't stick your nose in where it's not wanted.
And can you help me?
No. Nobody listens to me. But I wanted to say that Thomas does do it on purpose. He did it the same way before.
Why?
Because he's afraid if someone comes who's more skilled, Father will notice and give his job to the newcomer.
And your father lets him? Can't he settle this?
He wants to marry her.
But he doesn't want to. My brother was the mill foreman
Ugly
before
wench.
him, but last year a wagon overturned on him, broke his back. It broke my father too. And Thomas was here the longest. He was always close to my brother, so Father chose him as the mill foreman.
Well, what happened to your brother?
And what does that have to do with this?
I don't know. You mentioned it, so I was just wondering.
There's not much to tell. A stone block that was loaded wrong, slippery ground after rain, and when the wagon overturned on him, there was no...
What do you mean, no one?
No, he had Thomas with him. But Thomas couldn't lift the wagon off him, and by the time he found help, it was too late. And as if that wasn't bad enough,
Someone robbed him after he was dead.
I don't know. But they took a mottled scarf which I gave him as a keepsake. He laughed when I gave it to him. He said it would make him look like a fop, but he still wore it all the time. And someone must have thought it was worth stealing.
But who'd steal a scarf?
Why are you asking me? When they brought him back here, he didn't have it. That's all I know.
I'm sorry about what happened to
Me too. But it was his own fault. If he'd brought more people with him, he'd still be alive.
And Thomas doesn't listen to anyone.
No. He keeps looking my way and tries to be nice, but he doesn't care what I've got to say. When I tell him something, it goes in one ear and out the other.
And this probably won't end well. I understand.
Poor Thomas.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Wow.
So what do you think about the workers I brought?
If I hadn't put in a good word for them, the miller would have thrown them out.
I heard them say...
So they're complaining, are they? I provide for them, and all they do is slack off.
Isn't it the miller who provides for them?
He can't manage the work anymore. If it weren't for me, there'd be nothing left standing around here.
But you need the help anyway. And they're pretty handy.
Maybe, but they're in no danger of overworking themselves. They act like they're too good for the mill, and I saw them eyeing up Jane.
Nothing strange about that. She's a pretty girl, and she's of an age to marry.
It's not marriage they've got on their minds. They'd have their way with her, then before her belly started to grow, they'd have run for the hills.
Look, we can reach an agreement. You need the mill fixed, they need the money. If they have peace to do their work, they'll be able to finish it faster.
But...
And then they'll take their groschen and leave. The mines will open again, and the faster they get their money, the quicker they'll be gone.
But do you really think I can trust them to do it? Will they do their work and leave? And leave Jane alone in the meantime?
Of course. They're not interested in the mill. They just need the coin to pay their debts. Once they've got enough, they'll have no reason to stay here.
I never thought we could sort it out this way.
I've known them for a long time, and you can rely on them when it comes to this. Everybody will be better off.
All right. If they keep their part of the bargain, I'll even give them a few extra groschen. But woe betide them if they don't. You can tell them that. God be with you.
I heard you were with the miller's son when the
What of it?
I just heard some talk and I wanted to get the story straight.
Talk?
I heard some gossip about it at the alehouse. What happened? Was it...
What? No, there wasn't any storm. It was just the road was muddy, and so we rode closer to the edge of it.
It's a real stroke of bad luck, isn't it?
Tell me about it. If I'd been behind the wagon, it would have fallen on me too.
Why did only 2 of you get...
He always did it that way. 2 people are enough for the trip, and if we needed an extra pair of hands, we could always find some local.
Except at the end. If there had been more of you, he might have survived.
Do you think I don't know that? I couldn't move the wagon on my own, so I went...
I think he's being honest.
We'd met a few travelers along the way, and I ran to find them, but it was too late. The weight of it crushed him while I was gone.
I'm sorry.
Me too. Me too. I didn't want to be the mill foreman, but the last thing he ever said to me, the very last thing he ever asked of me, was to take care of the mill.
Feel it's true, I think. I don't wanna call him a liar or act like he's lying. I don't think he's lying.
And I heard someone robbed him.
Robbed? What kind of nonsense is that?
I heard he was missing something when they brought him back.
What? I don't remember anything.
He had a scarf with him.
Really? I don't know. Maybe he lost it on the way. Or it sank into the mud. Yes, that's probably it. It's still buried there somewhere.
Well, I hope he's resting in peace.
Amen. God be with you.
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Greetings.
I spoke with the miller.
It's a shame her father won't listen to her.
Her father doesn't believe...
He reckons it's just a woman's fancy. He probably thinks she's smitten with one of us. Not that I'd object, but she's a clever one. She'd make a better miller than he.
It took some doing, but...
I'm glad to hear it. So we can stay.
He'll leave you alone, but there are conditions. Once you finish your job, you'll vanish.
And that's it?
Oh, and you're to stop dallying with the miller's daughter. Keep on mucking about with her and you'll muck things up for yourselves.
The fucking bastard. He can go fuck himself. He'd better give us enough groschen to make it worth it. But I suppose I should thank you. You may have bought us some peace and quiet, and that's better than nothing. Here's something for your help.
He gave us groschen. What?
Good luck, then.
Really? I thought you were in trouble. It doesn't add up with the story, you know. Where's the other guy?
Good day. God bless.
Oh, there you are.
Hey, twat face. Good luck then.
Farewell.
Take care now.
My hum.
I'm looking.
That's the tanner.
Where can I find?
Hard to say.
What can you tell me about?
What can I tell you?
Why not?
Well, I'm not one to gossip.
What's the tanner like?
The less I see of him, the better. He's.
Why do they call him weak?
Why do you think?
So why don't people like him?
The old tanner's not an easy man. But a son should never let his father down. Enoch does not.
And does no one at all talk to him?
That harlot Adela hangs around.
Harlot?
She works as a bathhouse wet.